From September to October, 9 other students and I embarked on a journey to Shizuo to learn about a topic of our choice, but also to learn more about ourselves and the people around us. I started out with choosing textile productions, which was weaving, embroidery, and tie-dye. But then, after I got there and after I went to the tie-dye factory, I noticed how they were all able to make all of the pieces really fast and really well. So then, I was intrigued in the tie-dye, and I was also able to see that they put embroidery onto the pieces. So, I also thought of doing embroidery on the side. In order to learn more about my topic, I narrowed it down to learning about the different kinds of techniques that they use. I will be learning how they get the cloth ready for the dyeing process, and after the dyeing process. First, before the dyeing process. What I had to do is choose a design and make a plastic layer that had holes over it which make up the design, and I put it over the cloth. Then, I paint a layer of orange over it. Afterwards, I would have to get all of the materials together, which are the needle, the thread, and the cloth that has the design on it. Finally, I start sewing the design on and start wrapping the cloth together so that none of the dye would seep through the cloth. The day I went to the tie-dye factory and started interviewing them, I realized, with the help of Mr. T, that all of them have been doing this for over 50 years and are very experienced by the way that they're able to wrap the cloth together tightly and evenly. Second, the dyeing process. What I have to do first is soak the cloth, which I have already wrapped together, into the dye, so that the color of the ink, which is usually made of indigo plants, would seep through, but then the wrapped parts would stay white. Afterwards, I would have to bleach it, then dye it again, so that the colors would not wash off when you wash it. And finally, you dry it, but you will need to repeat bleaching, drying, and drying at least 20 times. Even though I was not able to see them put the dyes in, I was able to see the final product with the string still on the cloth, and I took the string off inside the final product, which was the design that I chose. Thirdly and finally, after the dyeing process. Once I have finished, I would need to take out the stitches in the string, and then I would need to wash and bleach it again. Finally, I would need to dry it and flatten it so that there wouldn't be any wrinkles. Plus, if I wanted to, I could have added embroidery designs onto the tie-dye. When I got my tie-dye piece back, I made sure that I put it out in the sun, and since there were tables that were hot, I used it as an iron to iron out all of the wrinkles. So, I was able to use my own type of flattening out the tie-dye. In the end, I would need to use all of these techniques to make my own tie-dye piece. During this time at Microcampus and working on this project, I learned how to be independent by going out and talking to the people around here and organized with all of the work that I've gotten. Another thing that I had less on this trip was I had less stress since I was able to have so much time to work on it. But in the future, I hope to learn more about this topic and that I am able to come back to Shizuo.